creatures. So I'm starting this series of showing my collection as an introduction for everything that I will do afterwards. And so of course I'll start with eyeshadows because I think eye palettes are really important in your collection. And here we go. So basically, my whole makeup collection changed a lot because I was a makeup artist and I also was Oriental style belly dancer. So I had a lot of colors in my collection for stage purposes and also for clients purposes. And I also had a lot of things that I would use in my collection to my students, so I could, during shows I could basically have something available for them too, because I know not everybody has a lot of makeup. And basically what has changed is that in an artistic way, I'm not a makeup artist anymore. I just do things for myself, and sometimes I do something, but it's very, very rare. I changed my artistic style for tribal fusion belly dance. And also, let's say that personally, I became more of my true self. I came back to my 80s, 90s tendencies, which were this vintage Victorian goth. So, of course, my collection changed a lot to more darker colors. So, I have a lot of palettes, even after cleaning a lot and giving away to other people the colors that I wouldn't be using anymore, especially foundation, because I only have now for the foundation for me, foundation colors for me, and contour and etc. And it's still a huge collection, but because 24, 25 palettes are a lot. So basically, I will never have to buy eye products in my lifetime again. Little disclaimer, I do have a lot of Kat Von D or KVD beauty, vegan beauty as they call it now, products in my collection. Not because I endorse her or I like her or I know her. I don't know the CEO for Procter and Gamble or Unilever, and I do use a lot of products of these companies because I like the products. And I also think that with the crisis that have been in the past and with the crisis that we will have after this coronavirus situation, I really don't think it's the time for us to be canceling people or making people lose their jobs for ridiculous reasons, because when you speak about a brand, you have people working in the factories, you have people working in the delivery, you have people working in the marketing, in the research and development, sales. You have a lot of people involved, and I really pray that everybody will be okay, and every person can support their families and have a quality life, because I myself have been through some tough times in my life, and I know that it's not easy when you're helpless and you have a difficult situation and you don't know how you can support your family. So I really think that it's nonsense if you don't like one person, you just keep throwing shade at this person and making a lot of other people, good people and honest people, lose their jobs. They're doing very well because of just one person. And I also think that the products are great. They talk to me. I'm definitely a target. And when something is beautiful, it's good, and I can use it 1 million times, I'm going to definitely support that product. So here we go. Um, let's say that I have some colorful palettes because maybe I didn't like all the colors, but I wanted to have that palette for a collection purpose, because sometimes you just think aesthetic. So the first palette that I'm going to show you is from Ace Beauté, is Paradise Falling. And I really love this palette because the quality is very good. I didn't pay a lot. I bought it on Beauty Bay, and they have the most beautiful purples and some brown. So you really can do a lot of looks with this palette. Some are basic looks and some are more glamorous. So I really like it. I have to tell you though that I bought this palette after I have bought Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions. I'm not a Huda Beauty kind of girl. I have to tell you that for the amount of colors that would use in one palette, it would be very expensive for me. Although I know that the quality is very good. I did buy this one though because it was of purples, amethyst, and I love it. But I have to tell you that after I bought it and I start using it, I have to tell you that the only four colors that I would use is these ones. These others, they are not my cup of tea, but you know that's okay. I make it work. The quality though, it's very good, and they work. Other palettes, so they're mostly, I'm not going to open it because it's not anything new. I know, I think that everybody knows them. So the Lolita palette, then I also have the Lolita por Vida, which is really, really a great quality palette, and you can really do 1 million looks with this. I have using it a lot, especially for work, because I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I cannot be a goth in my work, so I try to like disguise myself amongst normal people. Then I have the Divine palette, which is more of a colorful one. I don't use this very much, but the dark colors are the very white that I have here, or this color, which is a golden color. I don't use golden a lot, but this one goes fine for like my highlights, my little points of light, so I like to use these ones. Then of course I have the Fetish palette, which is amazing, very unpractical for traveling and and anything else, but beautiful colors, and the quality is amazing, especially these red ones. You know, little observation, I'm a child of the 80s and the 90s, of course, and in the beginning of the 2000s, I think that the first time that I saw a red look in an eye was a Lancome color. Lancome came out with this red collection. You really have everything red. So a very red lip, this exaggerated red cheeks, and these eyes. And I really thought it was the most amazing thing at the time. I have never seen such thing. And I remember having these products from Lancome. I don't have it anymore, although I still have a Christian Dior palette from the same time, and oh my god, and still works amazingly. But that red look really was something else, and I'm so happy that the last years red came back. And I always use red for my like stage looks for belly dance, because when you have a lot of lights, I mean red really bring out your eyes and your inner glow, let's say that. But using out on the street again, it was amazing. I really loved this trend. And when I found this Kat Von D palette had these two different reds that you can build them so differently and glamorously, it's amazing. um so still a little more bit of Kat Von D. I'm sorry, I have this metal matte palette, which is again very impractical for traveling or whatever. In fact, it fell and I broke this one a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but I love this palette. I use it a lot for work because you can really smoke it out and do a basic look, or a very glamorous one. So it's amazing. I really love it. Quality, almost zero fallout, and has all the colors that jewel tone colors that I like. Then I have almost all the quads from Shading Light, and I think that I don't have Fawn, but I do have Rust, I have Smoke, I have Plum, and I have Sage. So basically, as you can see, Sage here, I really use this a lot. I ended this once. I have another green, so I mixed with this one, which is amazing, is this green from Yves Rocher. I don't know if you know Yves Rocher. Yves Rocher is a brand from France, and they have this green, which is something, and I love it. So I use it a lot with sage. And Plum, in some kind of ways, was, I think, the introduction or the first dream towards Lolita, the Lolita palette, because it's somehow similar. Even the colors are different. They're not the same colors. The swatches are not the same, but definitely the same family when you can create that really glamorous burgundy or gold pink eyes. Very, very beautiful. Then other ones, well, smoke is, it's really amazing because you have this black, this gray, this white with a little pink shimmer, and this top here that I also use it for contouring is amazing. I mean, got bitch on the wheel, I'm sorry. And then this one is rust. I don't use rust a lot, but I use more this color here because I really like the brown, how it transforms my eyes. And I have these colors in other palette, but I wanted to have it because then some very specific things. Oh, wait a minute, I still have Chrysalys from Kat Von D, which I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And some incredible things is that you use it a lot and they last. I mean, these colors last because you use really a little bit goes a long way. So unless you're doing this very intensive look each and every day of your life, they will really last a lot. This black is, I mean, jet black, amazing, amazing, really. This purple, oh, Jesus, take the wheel. And of course the shading light, the mattes. So you really can do anything with this palette. You can do anything, really. So very particular ones. I have the Vampire from Lunatick's Labs, and I love it. Of course, I didn't buy it for the colors. I bought it for Vampira. And then actually the colors are amazing, and you can do great looks with this. Got looks, but great looks. Then another brand that I love it, and just they're so economic and the quality is so good, is the Zoeva ones. So I have this Rodeo Belle, which at the beginning I bought just because of this graffiti here and these two browns, but it is amazing. This tan here, you can do that basic look, with just some color and everything brown. It's really great. This pink is amazing. And these two colors here, they are one of the first colors that I had in my collection that they really change color with the light. So that kind of scarabeo look, it's amazing. And also this one. And this matte one is incredible because it seems matte, but when you apply it, it's like a setting, really, really delicate shimmer. It's beautiful for like night looks or intensive looks. And you also have this red here, this burgundy that, depending on the light, is very like this blood red. I don't know if they still have this one though, because it's kind of old, but the quality is so good and the performance is great, so I just keep using them all the way. Then I have On Top, that I think that is the most famous palette from Zoeva. I mean, they have like this, it was this battle horse, as we'd say in Italy, because it's really the basic palette that you use for everything and everybody. You can really, if you have a light skin or dark skin, you make this work. It's amazing. And you have literally a lot of basic code colors. So I'm a code bitch, and code colors, bring it on, baby. Very important and very economic, this KIKO quad. I don't know if you know, KIKO is an Italian brand. it's really economic. I mean, if you're a teenager and if you're starting your collection, you really should play a lot with KIKO, because you know when you start, you want to understand what works for you, and you don't have all this money to spend. So you can really play a lot with KIKO. And this quad is also a top one. This is the number 2. But all the quads are amazing. You do have smoky ones, a more warm one, and you really can create a lot of quads. Again, going back to the 90s, you didn't have this big palettes, you know, if you only would have this big collection if you were a makeup artist, a professional makeup artist, and that wasn't a thing at the time. So we had always like this 2 colors or 4 colors, 5 6 were like really a lot of stuff, big palette for the time. And I am used to, you know, also always use not a lot of colors in my looks, because that's how I grew up. So for me it's like, I mean, when I put like 4 colors in my eyes, it's just a lot of things. So I really like these ones, because especially when you're traveling on your, you know, I do some travels for work, and you put this in your bag and some foundation and contouring kit, and you're good to go. You don't have to pack a lot of stuff. Tarte. I'm not a Tarte kind of girl, but I wanted to try, so I bought this mini palette, which is Tartelette. It's our basic colors. They have this nice white chocolate smell or vanilla smell. So you have like cool browns, warm browns, and I can do anything with it. I use it a lot for work also. And no fallout, that's okay, but the rest of the Tarte collection is very colorful. I don't use that. Also, the only product from ABH that I have, because I love their palettes. I see that they have wonderful colors, but I already have my base colors in my collection, so I would never spend a lot of money on another palette with the same colors. And they also have a lot of warm browns and goldens, and I don't use a lot of these colors. So Norvina is one that works for me. Oops, because you do have a lot of cool colors, and I really love this purple here and this purple here, and also the browns. I really like to do some looks with this. So I just have to say that the colors are beautiful, but you have a lot of fallout with this product. So I only use it when I'm going out, not on my daily basis makeup for work, because I don't have time to deal with fallout when I'm getting ready. So I don't. Beauty Bay Palette. This is the Jordan Lipscombe collab, and I don't like buy like team things, because I really like the flexibility of doing a lot of things with my stuff. But this one actually is a themed fall palette, but it's beautiful. I love fall and I love this color. So no fallout, zero fallout, buttery. You can build up as you want, and you also have these 2 highlighters here, so it's also good when you want to, like, you know, bag for a little trip, when you know that you're going to do some glamorous looks. If you don't have any Kevyn Aucoin product in your collection, you should, because it's an amazing brand with an amazing quality. Of course, it's very golden goddess once again, and I'm not that. So I have few products on my collection that are more like to the darker side. So this is the Emphasize Eye Design Palette, and this one is the Magnify, which is a collection of mauves. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this right in my light, but basically you have these mauve tones, a little bit purpley or a little bit grayish, and a wonderful black that you can even make the eyeliner line with this. This shimmery white rose toned, and this liquid eyeshadows. I'm not very fond of liquid eyeshadows, but this one has a great quality and a beautiful mauve color. Beautiful, beautiful. They had tones for different skin tones. You have like browns, cool browns, smokies, and pinks and burgundies. Look out for this one because it's beautiful. And you know, it's like here in the middle you can read beauty belongs to the brave. Oh, so cute. Thank you. What else? Then another very special thing that I have in my collection for Kevyn Aucoin is this the exotic or l'exotique is the diamond eye gloss. So I love a gloss eye. I really love, but I never find the right products, so I don't have sticky eyes all day long. And this one is a black with a cold gold shimmery on it. It's amazing. This one is the galaxy one, but you have other colors. Look for them on the Beauty Bay website. You will not pay a lot of money. And this one is, you do great looks with it. Other than this, I have some products that they're staples. I always have this kind of products in my collection because sometimes you have to have things that work fastly for you doing your look. So I do have these eye pencils that they are like eyeshadow pencils and they work really good. One thing that I bought recently is the Pupa Vamp and Ready to Shadow. And is this I'm sorry. Is this eyeshadow, it's really like, it's not wet. It's completely powdery. It's just this eye pencil that turns to a powder instantly. So you can like line your eyes and then you start working it and smoking it out. It's amazing. This is so practical when you go out, when also for travel. I'm sorry if I talk a lot about travel, but I do that a lot, and I think that you have to have like practical things so you backlight all the way. I think that's it. That's all my products. So I hope you liked it. So if you want to comment, the section below is at your service. Just remember to be kind and classy. Till next time.